This is Act 5, Scene 2 of Hamlet. So much for this. Now that you see the other, you do remember all the circumstances.
Remember it, my lord.
Sir, in my heart there was a kind of fighting that would not let me sleep. Methought I lay, worse than the mutinies in these bilboes, rashly and praised by rashness, for it let us know. When our deep plots do foul, and that should learn us, there's a diversity that shapes our ends. Rough how them how we will.
That is most certain.
Up from my cabin, my sea grown sacrificed about me in the dark. My groped, I find out them, had my desire, figured their packet, and I'm fine withdraw. To mine own room again, making so bold, my fear forgetting manners, to unseal their grand commission, where I found Horatio, or royal knavery, and exact command, landed with many several sorts of reasons, importing Denmark's health and England's too, with the hot such bugs and goblins in my leg, and that on my supervise, no leisure's bolted, no not to say the grindings of the axe, my head to be stuck off.
'Tis possible.
Here's a commission. Read it at more leisure. But wilt thou hear me, how I did proceed? Being thus benedded round with the villainies, ere I could make a prologue to my brains, they had begun to play. I sat me down, devised a new commission, wrote it fair, I once did hold, as our status do. A baseness to write fair, and labored much, how to forget that learning, but sir, now, it did mean yeoman's service. Wilt thou, now the effect of what I wrote? Boom!
Hey!
Aye, good, my lord.
Your lordship is right. Welcome back to Denmark.
I humbly thank you. Dost know this waterfly?
No good, my lord.
Thy state is more gracious, as for 'tis a vice to know him. He had much land, and fertile, let a beast be lord of beasts, and his crib shall stand at the great king's mess. 'Tis a shall, but as I say, spacious and the procession of dirt.
Sweet lord, if your lordship were at leisure, I should impact a thing to you from his majesty.
I will receive it, sir, with all diligence and spirit. Put your bonnet into the right use. Kiss for the head.
I thank your lordship. It is very hot.
No, believe me, 'tis very cold. The wind is very northerly.
I'm so sorry. Okay. It is indifferent cold, my lord, indeed.
But you, methinks it is very surly and hot for my complexion.
Exceedingly, my lord. It is very sultry, as tweer I cannot tell how. But my lord, his majesty bade me signify to you that he has laid a great wager on your head. Sir, this is the matter. And you cut me off.
I beseech you, remember?
Oh. Well, you have to like cut me
you
off.
You
Just
can't
say the
you
line and
cut
then
me
cut
off.
me off in the
Okay,
thing.
okay. What word?
Can you cut it?
Yeah, sir, this is matter. I can't cut it.
I'll do it.
I beseech you, remember?
Nay, good my lord, for mine ease and good faith. Sir, here is newly come to court ladies, believe me, an absolute gentleman full of most excellent differences, a very soft society, and great showing. Indeed, to speak feeling of him, he is the card of or calendar of gentry, for you shall find in him the continent of what part a gentleman would see.
Sir, his defilement suffers no perdition in you, though. Thou, I know, to divide him invertically, would dizzy the arithmetic of memory, and yet, but neither in respect of his quick sale, but the verity of extolment, I take him to be a soul of great article, and his infusion of such dart and rareness to make a true diction of him, when his semblable in his smear, and who else would trace him his umbrage, and nothing more.
Your lordship speaks infallibly of him.
The concern is he, sir. Why do we wrap the gentleman in a more raw breath?
Sir?
'Tis not possible to understand another tongue. What will do, sir, really?
What imports the nomination of this gentleman?
Of Laertes?
His purse is empty already. All golden words are spent.
Of him, sir?
I know you are not ignorant.
I would you did, sir. Yet in faith, if you did, if it would be approved for me. Well, sir,
You are not ignorant of what excellence Laertes is.
I dare not confess, lest I should compare with him his excellence, but to know a man well or to know himself.
I mean, sir, for his weapon, but in the imputation laid on him by then, in this mead he's unfollowed.
What is his weapon?
I'm sorry.
Rapier and a dagger. That's two weapons, but well.
I'm sorry.
I just did your lines.
The king, sir, hath wagered with him 6 Barbary horses against that which he has imponed, as I take it 6 French rapiers and poniards with their assigns, as girdle hangers and so. 3 of the carriages, in faith, are very dear to fancy, very responsive to the hilt's most delicate carriages, and of very liberal conceit.
What call you the carriages?
I know you must be edified by the margin, you had done.
The courageous, sir, are the wagers.
The phrase would be more germane to the matter if we could carry cannon by our sides. I would it might be hangers till then. But on 6 Barbary horses against 6 French swords, there are signs and 3 liberal conceited carriages. That's the French bet against the Danish. Why is this all impotent as you call it?
The king, sir, hath laid that in a dozen passes between yourself and him, he shall not exceed you 3 hits. He hath laid on 12 for 9, and it would come to immediate trial, if your lordship would vouch the answer.
No.
I mean, my lord, the opposition of your person in trial.
Sir, I will walk here in the hall. If it please him, his majesty, it is the breathing time of the day with me. Let the foils be brought, the gentlemen be willing, and the king's hold his purpose. I will win. For him, I can. If not, I will gain nothing, and my shame and this odd business.
Shall I redeliver you, e'en so?
To this effect, sir, after what flourish your nature will,
I recommend my duty to your lordship.
yours.
Action.
He does well to commend himself. There are no tongues for return.
The lapwing runs away with the shell on his head.
He did comply with his dug before he sucked it. Thus has he and many more of the same bevi, and that I know the drowsy. Age dots on, only got the tune of the time and outward habit of the encounter, a kind of yeasty collection, which carries them through and through the most fanned and winnowed opinions, and do but blow them to their trial. The bubbles are out.
My lord, his majesty commended him to you by young Osric, who brings him back to him, that you attend him in the hall. He sends to know if your pleasure hold to play with Laertes, or that you will take longer time.
I am constant to my purpose. They follow the king's pleasure. If his fitness speaks, mine is ready. Now or whensoever, provided I be so able to as now.
The king and queen and all are coming down.
In happy time.
The queen desires you to use some gentle entertainment to Laertes before you fall to play.
She well instructs me.
You'll lose the wager, my lord.
I do not think so. Since he went to France, I have been continuing practice, and I shall win at the odds. But thou wouldst not think I would all hear from out my heart. It is no matter.
Nay, my good lord.
It is but foolery, but such a kind of gain-giving as would perhaps trouble a woman.
If your mind dislike anything, obey it. I will forestall their repair, hinder, and say you are not fit.
Not to wit, we defy augury. There is a special providence in the fall of sparrow. If it be now, 'tis not to come. If it not come, it will be now. If it not be now, yes, it will come. Then the readiness is all, since no man has aught what he leaves. What is't to leave betimes? Let be.
Come, Hamlet, come. Take this hand from me.
Security kicked us out of Kimball, so now we're at Abe's house. Hi, Patrick.
Hi, guys.
Okay. Give me your pardon, sir, I've done you wrong, but pardon as you are a gentleman. This presence knows, and you must needs have been heard, and how I've been punished. With sore distraction, what I've done, that might your nature honor an exception. Wait, roughly awake, I hear proclaim, was madness, wasn't Hamlet, wrong Laertes? Never Hamlet, if Hamlet from himself be taken away, and when he's not himself, does wrong Laertes. Then Hamlet does it, not Hamlet denies it. Who does it then? His madness. If it be so, Hamlet is one of the faction that is wronged. His madness is poor Hamlet's enemy, since in the audience, let my disclaiming from a pure purpose evil free me so far in your most generous thoughts, and that I have shot my arrow the house and hurt my brother.
I am satisfied in nature, whose motive in this case should steer me most to my revenge. But in my terms of honor, I stand aloof, and I will know reconcilement till by some elder master of known honor I have voice and president of peace, to keep my name ungored. But till that time I do receive your offered love like love, and will not wrong you.
I embrace it freely, and will the brothers waged frankly pay. Give us foils, come on.
Come one for me.
I will be your foil. Laertes, in mine ignorance, your skull shall like a star eye the darkest night. Stick fiery off indeed.
You mock me, sir.
No, by this hand.
Your foils, cousin Hamlet. You know the wager.
This is too heavy. Let me see another.
the stoops of wine upon the table. If Hamlet give the first or second hit, or quit in answer of the third exchange, let all the battlements their ordinance fire. The king shall drink to Hamlet's bitter breath, and in the cup and union shall we throw, richer than that which 4 successive kings in Denmark's crown have worn. Give me the cups, and let the kettle to the trumpet speak. The trumpet to the cannoneers without, the cannons to the heavens to earth. Now the king drinks to Hamlet. Come begin, and you the judges bear a weary eye.
Come on, sir.
A hit! A very powerful hit!
Hit! No! Judgment!
Stay, give me drink. Hamlet, this pro is thine. Here's thy health.
I play the shot first, then I'll drink. Come.
He got me. I have to go get him.
Another hit! What the hell you say? Yes,
The son shall win.
He's fat and scant of breath. Here, Hamlet, take thy napkin, rub thy brow. The queen curses of thy fortune.
Gertrude, do not drink.
I will, my lord. Pray you pardon me.
It is the poison cup. It's too late.
Come, Hamlet, let me wipe thy face.
My lord, I'll come hit him now.
I do not think it.
And yet, this is almost against my conscience.
come for the third, Laertes, you but daily. I pray you pass with your best violence. I am afraid you'll make wanton of me. Okay, let's go.
Say you so, come on.
Alright,
How about you now?
Part them! They're incensed! Look to the queen! Their ho!
They bleed on both sides. How is it, my lord?
How's it, Laertes?
Why? As a woodcock to my own springe, Osric, I am justly killed with my own treachery.
how does the queen?
She swoons to see them bleed.
The drink is poison.
Oh, villainy! Oh, let the door be locked. Treachery, seed it out.
It is here, Hamlet. Hamlet, thou art slain. No medicine in the world can do thee good. In thee there is no half an hour of life. The treacherous instrument is in thy hand, unbaited, unenvenomed. The foul practice how turned itself on me. Lo, here I lie. Never go to rise again. My mother's poison. I can no more. The king's to blame.
The point and venom too, then venom to my word.
Treason! Treason!
Oh, yet defend me, my friends. I am but hurt.
Here thou, insensuous, murderous, damned Dane, drink off this poison. Is thy union here? Follow my mother.
He is justly served. It is poison tampered by himself. Exchange forgiveness with me, noble Hamlet. Mine, my father's death, come not upon thee, nor thine on me.
Heaven, make thee free of it. I follow thee, I am dead. Horatio, wretched queen, adieu. You that look pale and trembles at this chance, that are but mutes or audience to this act, had I been but time. Oh, I could tell you, but let it be, Horatio. I am dead, thou livest. Report me, and my cause all right. To the unsatisfied.
Never believe it. I am more antique Roman than a Dane. Here's some liquor left.
Ask thou art man, give me the cup. Let go by heaven, I'll have it, O good Horatio. What a wounded name. Things in standing thus unknown shall live behind me. If thou didn't ever hold in thy heart absent thee from felicity a while, and in the harsh world draw thy breath in pain, to tell me my story.
Young Fortinbras with conquest from Poland to the ambassadors of England gives this warlike folly.
I die, Horatio. The potent poison quite echoes my spirit. I cannot live to hear the news from England, but I do prophesy the election lights on Fortinbras. He has my dying voice, so tell him, with the occurrence and more and less, which have solicited the rest is silence.
Now cracks a noble heart. Good night, sweet prince, and flight of angels sing thee thy nest.
Where is the sight?
What is it you would see? If aught or woe of wonder, cease your search.
His quarry cries in havoc. O proud death, what feast is toward in thine eternal cell, that thou so many princes hast shot, so bloodily hast struck?
And our affairs from England come too late. The ears are senseless that should give us hearing. To tell him his commandment is fulfilled, that Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead. Where should we our thanks?
Now from his mouth had it the ability of life to thank you, had he never given the commandment of their death. But since, so jump upon the body question. You from the Polish wars and from England are here arrived. Give orders from these bodies. High on the stage, be placed to the view, and let me speak to yet a knowing world how these things came about. So shall you hear of carnal, bloody, and unnatural acts, of accidental judgment, claws, slaughters, of death, but put on by cunning and forced cause, and in the upshoot purpose mistook, fallen on the inventors' heads. All this I could truly deliver.
Let us haste to hear it, and call all the noblest to the audience. For me, with sorrow embrace my fortune. I have some rights of memory in this kingdom, which now to claim my vantage doth invite me.
Of that I shall have also cause to speak, and from his mouth whose voice will draw on more. But let this same be presently performed, even while men's minds are wild, lest more mischance on plots and errors happen.
Let four captains bear Hamlet like a soldier to the stage, for he was likely and had been put on to have proved most royally, and for his passage the soldiers' music and rites of war speak loudly for him. Take up the bodies. Such a sight as this becomes the field, but here shows much amiss. Go, bid the soldiers shoot. Exeunt marching, after to which appeal of ordnance and shot off.
Oh, yet. It is indifferent cold, my lord. Dear wife.
Worse than the mutinies of the Gobos. Roughly, always have it from a garden. A kind of yeasty collection. Dude, I can't. Hamlet mukbang.
Hey guys, Hamlet mukbang.